señoras aquí presentes, bienvenidos a esta lucha aguerrida que los limpiadores de la Universidad del Soas y universidades vecinas estamos liderando en busca de un trato digno a los trabajadores de la limpieza.
Ladies and gentlemen, here today, welcome to this struggle that we, the cleaners at Soas and the other universities around here, are fighting against Soas and the other universities for dignity and justice.
Quiero traer a mi memoria en este día a un par de analfabetas quienes fueron mis padres y que por circunstancias del tiempo y de la vida ya murieron. Un par de analfabetas donde me enseñaron el principio digno, básico y real en la vida, que es respetar a los seres humanos con igualdad de derechos, de condiciones y calidad de vida.
I'd like to tell you about two illiterate people that were my parents that have since deceased, but have taught me the basic, dignified lesson that we should all respect human beings and their equal rights.
También me enseñaron, y estoy seguro que prácticamente en todos nuestros hogares nos enseñaron, que en la escuela, el colegio y la universidad se agrandaban estos deberes y derechos de la sociedad.
They also taught me, and I'm sure that all of our parents taught us, that in educational institutions like schools, high schools, universities, that is where these rights are taught and most felt.
Es triste saber que hoy en día nosotros trabajamos en una de las cunas más fundamentales en el Reino Unido, donde nacieron los derechos humanos y donde día a día se fomenta la educación y día por día se violan más nuestros derechos.
It's very sad to know that we're here working in one of the most important institutions, universities in the United Kingdom, where day by day they're teaching about human rights and violating ours.
Compañeros de la limpieza, hoy los invito a trabajar cada vez más con aquello que nos enseñaron, con la honestidad y la dignidad, y a no tener vergüenza, aún sigamos siendo explotados por la oligarquía, por la gente de poder, y que tristemente se siguen beneficiando del trabajo honesto que nosotros día a día buscamos para el sustento de nuestras familias.
To my cleaner comrades, I would invite you to keep working and keep fighting for dignity and honesty, and to not be afraid or intimidated by the fact that day by day we're being exploited by those who are in power.
Señores y señoras aquí presentes, pensión, vacaciones pagas, ser contratados directamente por la universidad. 3 principios, 3 necesidades elementales para la gente que día por día vivimos en una sociedad igual para todo el mundo, pero que nos miran como si no fuéramos parte de hoy en día de este mismo círculo que rodea este mundo.
Ladies and gentlemen here today, paid holidays, a pension, and to work directly for Soas are 3 things that we're demanding in the name of equality, even though we're here every day surrounded by people who don't see us as equals in this society.
Gracias, compañeros, gracias en general a la comunidad presente por apoyarnos en esta lucha, y le hago un llamado muy especial a las directivas de esta universidad a que nos cambien esta visión y a calmar este sufrimiento que estamos viviendo. Demuéstrenos la cultura que ustedes tienen y háganos ver que realmente somos personas honestas, humildes, pero muy trabajadoras. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone who's here today. A special thanks to this community that's been supporting us. I'd end by calling the attention of the people in charge of the university to reward us for the dignified and honest yet humble work that we're doing.
This campaign is it has brought together students, it has brought together workers in this fight for equality, for dignity for our outsourced workers. And I'm really proud to introduce Daniel Lemberger Cooper, who is the EU Vice President of the University of London Union, which represents over 120,000 students across London who've been absolutely instrumental in supporting not just the campaign here at Soas, but in some of the campaigns around this campus at the Senate House and the Institute of Education. So Daniel, I'd like you to say a few words.
Firstly, I'd like to say a massive well done to the Justice for Cleaners campaign at Soas, to the Unison branch for an excellent lobby of the Governors' meeting and for an excellent campaign. You should be proud of yourselves. The University of London Union, the student unions, our members and us centrally support the demand to bring cleaners in-house at Soas. For us it is rank hypocrisy that an institution such as Soas, which prides itself, which holds its head up high as teaching liberal, universalist truths, humanitarian studies, international development, yet the very workers who clean its halls of residence, its academic buildings, are treated as second-class citizens. And now the reality of outsourcing, as we've seen here at Soas, at every campus in London across the UK, is that staff have to work while sick or injured, are denied the right to return home to visit family, and having to retire into poverty. Now these are situations one would normally associate with overseas factories or 1880s Britain. It is absolutely despicable that in central London, in the 21st century Britain, we have this. It's absolutely despicable. Now, apparently the governors are not meeting now, but I'm going to ask them some questions. Do they not think that the cleaners who work here every single day are not human beings? Do they not think that they get sick occasionally, that they need to visit their family? and need to think about their futures? Do they think that these things aren't a reality for those that work in their institution? In-house proposals have been costed, have been tested, they've been proven to make good financial sense. There was a campus ballot earlier this year of staff and students which showed that the majority are in favour of bringing staff in-house. The staff who work here, who know the ins and outs, the daily grind of working here at SOAS, are in favour of bringing staff in-house. Yet apparently to SOAS, the views of staff and students, they do not matter. They do not matter because SOAS cares more about money than it does human beings. And that's the reality. Now, I've got kind of a well-known secret that I like to share with you all. That is that we at ULU and you at SOAS have a mutual and a common hatred for one particular individual. Yeah! Now this man has no morals. This man is a coward. This man has no conscience. This man is a SOAS Vice Chancellor, Paul Webley. To those participating in the governor's meeting today, I have a promise. That is, we are not satisfied and will not be satisfied until the university gives us the demand to bring cleaners in-house. That they end the victimisation and the bullying that goes on every single day in their campus, but they wish that they could forget. And that if they do not, come September, when it becomes important to them, we will begin to occupy those buildings. Students are supposed to be at home. Look how many of us we can get. Come September, they will know what it means to fuck with the cleaners and to fuck with an extremely belligerent student body. That will not I was at Sussex University a few months ago, and the management said that we're going to outsource 235 jobs. It's an occupation, a magnificent occupation, and then the students and staff said bye-bye management building. Now let me tell you, that happened in Sussex only a few months ago. That is SOAS, November 2013. This campaign is about justice, it's about liberty, but it's also about solidarity. All of you may not be from SOAS, but you came here today because you felt this is working in your common interest. Our movement, the workers' movement, for 200 years has been built, has laid its head on the issue, on the principle of solidarity. So I ask you to raise your hands. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? I can tell you for a fact that if this governing body refuses to actually to give our cleaners back in house, and I know it's a fact because we've just conducted a very important indicative ballot in unison amongst the ISS cleaners, that there will be a strike come October. Returning officer, but the vote was 44
in favour with 1 against, on a 90% turnout of the cleaners to clean this building. That's a mandate that even my union would find it difficult not to follow through on. The thing we've got to make clear to our management is it won't be 44 cleaners standing out here on the picket line. It'll be 44 cleaners plus the other 200 Unison branch members in this university. It'll be 44 cleaners plus every single UCU activist in this university. It'll be 44 cleaners and 4,000 students that'll be out in the picket line. Like to call it the defending this movement, the defending Soas Unison branch in this campaign since the beginning. He's also a Unison NEC member and branch chair of London Met University. I'd like to introduce Max Watson.
Hola, soy Max. Trabajo en Londres Metropolitan Universidad y estoy aquí en solidaridad con todos los trabajadores de Soas. My name is Max and I don't speak Spanish. Poquito. I'm not going to swear because enough expletives have already preceded me, and I'm going to be very polite if possible, which is unusual for me. I read the letter from Lenin and Luis Armando recently, and I was very humbled to read about the life of a cleaner at Soas. And I think it was a beautifully written letter, and I'd like to congratulate the branch here of cultivating such powerful leaders, such inspiring words, and such inspiring actions that those words have led to. The letter talks about the family of the cleaners, and it's pertinent to see the family members of the cleaners who work here today. And the letter reminded me of a book by Eduardo Galeano called The Open Veins of Latin America. And it discusses the exploitation of Latin America from multinational corporations over hundreds of years, and how that exploitation continues to this day of the predominantly Latin American workers who are still here, still working and still being exploited. And it asks the question why that can be right in a university like this that many people have already said talks about those books and teaches about those books and updates and gives presentations about those books. It's sheer hypocrisy to say one thing but to do another. And I think that the campaign for justice for cleaners at Soas really has highlighted that hypocrisy. So I'm here, as Sandy said, I'm on the NEC, and I don't think it's right to consider union activists who become elected onto these bodies as leaders, because I think the real leaders of our union, Unison, which is a union with 1.3 million members, I think the leaders of our union are you people here today. The workers who are here today on this campus are inspiring campus up and down the country, and I've no doubt you as leaders of our union will win this campaign, not if you win it, but when you win this campaign. And when you win this campaign for justice, it will spread like wildfire. You have the students, the community, you have your union on your side, you have the academics unions on your side, and it will spread. If they can win it Soas, we can win it at London Met too. Yes. If they can win justice for cleaners at Soas, then maybe perfect. We'll think about winning justice for cleaners. Maybe the colleges up and down the country, there are 152 universities in this country. You are showing us the way. This is the beginning of a movement that's going to change the face of our movement, and I'm proud to be here and lend you my support. I'm humbled to stand on the same platform as Luis Armando and Lenin, and I wish you all the best, and I'll see you at the victory celebrations in the new term.
Solidarity forever. Matt mentioned the fact that this is a campaign that spreads way beyond just Soas. And I'd really be pleased that for Milseo Campa Medina, the Unison Rep at Birkbeck College would come up and say a few words about their campaign, because they're fighting just the same injustice, they're fighting exactly the same battles, and they're showing the same spirit of solidarity and strength through organisation, through coming together as the Queeners here at Soas. So the Mills is here, could you please come up and say a few words?
Necesitamos al doctor Jason acá.
No estaba preparada para esto, pero para mí es muy grato estar aquí en solidaridad con mis compañeros de Soas, dando una vez más nuestra batalla. Así estemos vencidos, hay que vencer, y siempre he dicho, hasta la victoria siempre. Para mí fue muy grato el triunfo que logramos en el derbi.
So it's a privilege for me to be here supporting Soas. It's a privilege for me to be here supporting Soas, and I wasn't prepared to make these comments, but as I always say, hasta la victoria, and the victory we just had at Birkbeck was very important also.
Siento una gran satisfacción por el triunfo logrado en Virbicoles, de la compañía. O sea, quería quitar media hora de tiempo, luego 15 minutos, luego 8 minutos y luego llegamos a 0.
So it's a very big victory that we had at Birkbeck College, where the cleaning company Ocean wanted to reduce our working hours, first by half an hour, then by 15 minutes, then by 8 minutes, and then nothing.
Fue un triunfo más, fuera de los otros que hemos logrado, como ser tratados de un tiempo para acá, con dignidad, con respeto, y llegar a ser valorados. De verdad, me siento muy orgullosa del trabajo logrado en Virbicoles de unos 2 años hacia acá.
I'm also very proud, and it's a big victory for us, that we've started to be treated with respect and with dignity. And over the past couple of years, that there's been more respect towards the workers, the cleaners at Birkbeck. So I'm very proud of what we've accomplished in the past 2 years.
Estoy segura que con la unión, con la fuerza de todos nosotros vamos a lograr esto y mucho más. La unión, la organización es el secreto de todo triunfo, de toda victoria, de todo esto.
I'm sure that with sticking together, working together, being a union, we'll be able to achieve this and many more things, because organizing and uniting is the secret to every success.
Solo me resta decirles, compañeros, que unidos somos más fuertes. Y siempre, hasta la victoria, siempre. Hasta la victoria, siempre. Hasta la victoria,
The only other thing I have to say, comrades, SOAS is that sticking together and fighting together, we're stronger. So as always, hasta la victoria.
As I said, this campaign started across the Soas community. By far and away the most important part from the Cleaners has been the support we've had from the students and the Students' Union and the campaign that they've put on support of workers for the rights of dignity, equality and respect in this university. So I'm really proud to invite Georgie up from the Students' Union to say a few words on behalf of
I'm Georgie, the Students' Union Campaigns Officer. And first of all, I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for coming. This is an incredible turnout, especially for July. And thank you so much. Really, your support means everything in this campaign. We, the students, academics and staff, have the power to pressure the management. They think that they can silence and ignore the cleaners, but when we come out and show this kind of support, they cannot ignore us. And basically, if we come out and say to the management that we believe that the cleaners are a vital part of our community and and should be treated as such by the management, then they cannot ignore that because they are accountable to us. We are the SOAS community, not them. It's us that make up SOAS, not them, and they have to respond to us. Amount of support and to apply this much pressure, then we cannot go ignored. Today, the governing body is making their final decision of the year on the cleaners contract. So today, it's crucial that we come out and show the support, and also that we continue to fight if our demands are not met today. That we keep up the pressure and we keep fighting until we win. And so, in order to do that, if you're not already following us on Facebook, please do so. It's the SOAS Justice for Cleaners Facebook. And we have a website, and you can watch our video on live. Please, and you can sign up to our mailing list just over here by the sandwiches. So please, keep updated with what's happening with the campaign, because today is a really important day, and we have to shout as loud as we can to penetrate these walls and the ears of Wembley and such, but also to keep up the pressure if our demands are not met. So please keep updated with the campaign, join the mailing list, and continue to show your support from the cleaners, and we will win.
Thank you for that, Georgia, and I'd just like to say the support from the Students' Union throughout has been fantastic. Support from SOAS students is a credit to them, and it's just a shame that they have to study in an institution with the management that we've got, but we can try and do something about that. I'm also proud of the fact that there are other campaigns in this area, none least than the Three Courses campaign, which has been fighting for equivalent sick pay, holiday and pensions for the workers over at Senate House. So I'm really pleased to be able to introduce some of the workers from the Senate House campaign who are also part of the struggle that we stand shoulder to shoulder in solidarity with. We might not be in the same union anymore, but that doesn't really matter when it comes to workers' solidarity on the ground. That's what's most important. So I'd like to hand you over to the cleaners from Senate House.
Buenas tardes, compañeros. Estamos aquí en solidaridad con la campaña. Sabemos que todos vamos a luchar y vamos a ganar, que es lo que tenemos en meta. Las metas se cumplen si nosotros estamos día a día con las cosas que queremos hacer.
Hello, comrades. We're here to support the campaign and say that we're sure that we're going to achieve what we're fighting for, because our objectives can be achieved if we continue to keep fighting for them day by day.
Porque el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Ese es el lema de nosotros como sindicatos, que habemos muchos aquí reunidos, que cuando necesitamos apoyo, ahí es donde tenemos que estar todos unidos para poder lograr los triunfos que nos hemos propuesto. Hemos venido del grupo de independientes con mis compañeras, también por ahí está el que dirige el grupo, pero queremos la solidaridad para que cuando nosotros también necesitemos, todos estemos unidos. Ese es el pedido de cada uno de nosotros.
We're sure that we can achieve the objectives that we have set by continuing to fight. And the motto that we go by is the workers united will never be defeated. That's what we as unions should be fighting for. And we're here today in representation also from the IWGB, that we're here to support the campaign. We see a lot of people united, and we hope that when we have our protests, you'll be there to support us also.
Muchas gracias, soy Olga Nelly Álvarez y cuando necesitemos todos estemos unidos y verá que la batalla será vencida porque nos lo hemos propuesto y así va a ser. Que todo nos salga como lo hemos pensado. El pueblo unido jamás será
de la campaña 3 que apoyamos 100% la campaña de Soas. Estamos aquí en representación y en apoyo y esperamos lo mismo de ustedes. IWGB y estamos aquí toda la unión de trabajadores apoyando a todos ustedes. Muchas gracias.
Comrades, just wanted to add, we're here representing the Three Cosas campaign and the IWGB, and we're here to support the Soas campaign 100%. And we hope that you'll support us too, and all of us working together will lead to victory. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Soas Unison branch, on behalf of our campaign, that we stand 100% behind them and their fight for justice at Senate House and the Holden The next speaker I'd like to call is from the Soas UCU, the University and Colleges Union, the academics in this institution, and it's not always true that academics actually naturally support the workers on the ground. But in this university, we've had the most fantastic support from our university academic colleagues, and I'd therefore like to call on Johnny Darlington to say a few words on behalf of the UCU. Johnny.
Members of UCU, as people will be aware, that it's been the life work of a lot of our members in departments like development studies to study inequality, migration, human rights, justice. And here in Soas we have our own perfect case study where the school is treating people unfairly. And I just wanted to bring one further note of greetings from us that when cleaners are on strike in the autumn term, we will be there as UCU members, and we won't cross picket lines and we support the strike.
I think it's important that we have support from across, not just the colleges, but also across the union branches in this local area. And I'm again proud to introduce George Burnett, who's spoken before in our protest, who's the branch secretary of Camden Unison Branch, the biggest unison branch in this area, representing over 6,000 members. George, massive members? Okay, slightly less than that, but a huge number of unison activists in the local area, working for the local council. George, you want to say a few words?
I'm finding it rather warm. The class struggle must be hot enough in Bloomsbury. First of all, congratulations and well done to students from Soas and other colleges in the area. Congratulations and well done to the academics who are on today's protest. But first and foremost, congratulations, well done, and thank you to the cleaners who are here today fighting. You are victims. In fact, we are all victims of the scourge of privatization of public services. But you cleaners have shown the will and the ability to fight back. That has already won the London Living Wage, not only at Soas, but at other University of London colleges. You have been an inspiration to other migrant workers, not least in my own branch, who are employed by a contractor called NSL. NSL is now the biggest player in terms of parking enforcement in London and indeed across Britain. And this privateer is extending its tentacles into our National Health Service. NSL was recently awarded the contract for patient transport and ambulance services in the southwest of England. Now last year, some 170 Unison members in Camden, employed by NSL as civil enforcement officers on the streets of Camden, issuing parking tickets, took strike action for the first time. They were on strike for 5 days. These workers, like the cleaners here at Soas and other University of London colleges, are largely migrant workers, though not from Latin America, from sub-Saharan Africa. And eventually, although the outcome was not what we had hoped to achieve, those workers did win a 10% pay rise, staggered over 3 years, and are paid significantly above London Living Wage. Now, of course, last year, NSL tried Poorhouse. They said they couldn't possibly meet the workers' demands. But now, other NSL employees in West London, in the borough of Ealing, who are members of the Unite Trade Union, have just voted overwhelmingly, by a margin of 99%, to take strike action over pay and other issues. Actually appealed to workers and other contracts across London to come and break the strike by their sisters and brothers in Ealing, and offered those workers £9.19 an hour and travel expenses. But in Camden, I am absolutely confident that our Unison members will say no of yours to that attempt to break the strike. And we are working with other about the National Health Service, because tomorrow is an extremely important anniversary for the NHS, which I continue to regard as one of the great achievements of the British Labour movement. But that NHS is very, very much under threat. And one of the threats is to actually impose charges on migrants in this country who do not yet have indefinite leave to remain. We in Unison are actually trying to organize a campaign to resist this proposal from Jeremy Hunt, the Health Secretary, to impose these charges on migrant workers in Britain. And in addition, I am inviting all of you today to join us on the 29th of September in Manchester to march on the Tory Party conference. Urgent healthcare and Serco. Solidarity forever. Hasta la victoria siempre. Bring cleaners back.
Only a few more speakers to go. The next speaker I'd like to introduce is Julio Velasco from the IWGB, who wants to say a few words about the campaigns they've been fighting, not just but quite a lot of other privatised companies, most especially in London, doing we should say a few words.
Al problema que venimos atravesando la clase de los cleaners. Venimos siendo víctimas de muchos atropellos, de discriminación, de racismo en la empresa para la cual trabajamos. Trabajamos para el Royal Bank de Canadá. Eso cada vez nos une, nos da más fuerza para seguir adelante.
It's nice to see everyone here, everyone supporting the cleaning class that we all belong to. And especially, we've been struggling against the company. We work at the Royal Bank of Canada, fighting for dignity and respect.
Entonces, compañeros, estamos en la lucha, cada día somos más fuertes, cada día tenemos más ganas de salir adelante y apoyar a todos los grupos que están sufriendo, que están siendo víctimas de atropellos en las diferentes empresas en el Reino Unido. Cada vez somos más fuertes y vamos a luchar siempre con la idea de que venceremos y seremos más fuertes. Hasta la victoria, compañeros.
With the strategy of that, every day there's more of us, we're stronger. Hasta la victoria.
Hi everyone. Dear comrade, my name is Erwin. Most of you know me. I'm a trade unionist, activist, member of Ecuador Movement in the UK, Meru. We are here to give support to Soas cleaners. Just on the struggle for the workers' rights, and especially we want to persuade Soas governing body to eliminate the outsourced companies as cleaners who have victimization and intimidation on the premises on this university while working. And also to the end of cleaners' status as a second-class worker. By giving them equal conditions to others who are today, 4th of July, is a special day. It's the final governing body meeting to take a very important decision with the workers' contract. So that's why we have come to support all our Soas cleaners comrades with loud voices and fighting spirit. Show clearly to governing bodies what do we want? Justice. Also, equal pension, sick pay, and holiday pay for the cleaners as with Soas staff, as well as the cleaners from in-house, employed by the Soas University directly rather than by outsourcing companies like ISS. When do we want it? Now! The workers, united, we never be defeated! The workers, united, we never be defeated! The workers, united, we never be defeated! The workers, united, we never be defeated!
Okay, we've got a couple more speakers. Next person I'm going to introduce is Pat Carmody from the United States Union. Pat was one of the people that actually came down here and spent a week in Soas when the ISS in 2009 deported 9 of our cleaners from the community to join the trade union. And Pat showed amazing solidarity with us men, and so I'd like to invite him to say a few words now. Pat.
I am privileged and I'm proud to be standing shoulder to shoulder with the cleaners and the workers and the students at Soas. Because I was here 4 years ago when we occupied Paul Webley's office, and you should have seen his face. He looked like a man beaten, and you can beat this man. You can beat this man if you stand together. And I'll tell you what, there's a myth going round from the Tories, from the Labour Party, from UKIP, from me here, like say, that migrant workers bring down wages. But I'll tell you this, migrant workers, like the cleaners, when they win the London living wage, they raise wages. They raise wages. They gave us the inspiration in our call centre to win the London living wage and pay rises in that place for the first time in 6 years. And I'll tell you this, my friend had the misfortune to bump people into one of these English Defence League blockheads, one of their boneheads. He said to them, we built this city. He's Irish. He said, no, you're wrong. The migrants, we built this city. We built this Our mothers, our fathers from Tipperary to Timbuktu came here. They dug the roads. They worked in the hospitals. They worked in the schools. They drove the buses. And the way they treat them now, George is absolutely right. This charge that they're bringing in for migrants, you're getting charged 3 times, aren't you? You pay your taxes, you work in the health service, and then they want to bloody charge you. It's an absolute scandal. And I'm with you, George, to join our campaign. One final thing is this. It's 100 years. It's 100 years coming up since the fantastic struggle of Dublin workers during the lockout there in 1913. My hero is James Larkin, a socialist. If you go to Dublin, you'll see a statue there, and inscribed beneath it, it says, the great only appear great because we're on our knees. We must rise up. We must rise up together. Thank you.
From the cleaner at Soas, and I'm really proud to introduce the next speaker, Lewis Armando Ojeda, one of the key stalwarts of the Soas Justice for Cleaners campaign, a good unison steward, and one of the best activists in this community you're likely to find. I'm really pleased to introduce Lewis Armando.
Hola a todos, mi nombre es Luis Armando y estoy trabajando en esta universidad desde hace 16 años.
Hi everyone, my name is Luis Armando and I've been working at this university for the past 16 years.
Y soy representante de los trabajadores tercerizados.
And I'm
años en la cárcel por luchar en pro de los derechos, escribió:
The ex-president from the Czech Republic, Václav Havel, who spent years in prison, wrote,
si hay algo que el disidente puede ofrecer, es su vida.
if there's something that a dissident can offer, it's his life.
Y tan solo la ofrece porque no tiene otra forma de declarar públicamente la verdad que defiende.
And he only offers, because the only thing he can offer publicly is the truth.
Hoy 4 de julio del 2013 va a ser un día histórico para nosotros, los trabajadores tercerizados de la Universidad de Soas y para el Reino Unido.
The 4th of July of 2013 is going to be a historic day for outsourced workers at Soas and in the United Kingdom.
Es un día muy importante porque precisamente en ocasiones como esta demostración que estamos realizando nos permite recordar las luchas y las conquistas que han permitido dar un salto a mejores condiciones laborales.
Precisely at events like this is when we have the opportunity to remember and discuss past fights and victories.
El gobierno universitario de Soas, el día de hoy, después de haber realizado un estudio acerca del contrato de limpieza, tomará una decisión trascendental.
The governing body of Soas today, after having conducted a study about the cleaning company, will make a transcendental decision.
Para el futuro de nosotros, los trabajadores de limpieza, y tengo la plena confianza que va a ser la que nosotros aspiramos.
An important decision about us, the workers at the cleaning company. And I'm convinced that it will be a decision in line with what we've been fighting for.
Durante muchos años hemos venido realizando un sinnúmero de protestas, de diálogos, de reuniones para alcanzar nuestro sueño más deseado, como es el de trabajar directamente para la Universidad de Soas.
Over the course of many years, we've done protests, meetings, negotiations, all with the objective of achieving our main dream, which is to work directly for the University of Soas.
Otorgándonos así igualdad de condiciones como lo tiene todo el personal que está trabajando y que está contratado directamente para la universidad. Y de esta manera ponerle fin al estatus de trabajadores de segunda clase.
Soas will have the same rights and conditions as every other worker who works directly for Soas. And finally put an end to our status as second-class workers.
Día a día venimos aportando con nuestros conocimientos para ayudar el mantenimiento y el aseo de esta prestigiosa universidad.
Day by day, we're are here offering our work and knowledge to contribute to the well-functioning of this university.
Dejando en cada lugar, en cada rincón, nuestro esfuerzo físico, nuestra juventud y nuestra mano de obra, que en muchos casos no es reconocida.
By coming here and working here every day, we're leaving in every part and every corner of this building our youth, our physical effort, and our work that too many times goes unrecognized.
Pero que escuchen bien las autoridades del gobierno de Soas. Que escuchen bien las autoridades del gobierno de Soas. Que escuchen nuestro clamor y nuestro grito. Porque hoy, más que nunca, los cleaners de Soas estamos más unidos y sólidos que nunca.
So to the governing body of Soas, please listen to us today. Listen to our demands and our chants, because today the cleaners at Soas are more solidly united than ever.
Y que de no tener una respuesta positiva hacia nuestras demandas, radicalizaremos nuestra lucha.
If we don't have a positive response to our demands, we'll radicalize our fight.
No vamos a desmayar, no vamos a parar hasta que no seamos contratados directamente para la Universidad de Soas con los mismos términos y condiciones.
Until we work directly for Soas with the same terms and conditions as everyone else.
Compañeros, retroceder no tiene sentido, porque la victoria no será de dos o tres, sino de todos nosotros.
Turning back does not make sense, because the victory will not belong to just 2 or 3 people, but to all of us.
Otro mundo es posible, pero con nuestro ejemplo. Tenemos que buscar las bases del buen vivir.
But by our example, we have to start looking to construct a better life.
El día de hoy, compañeros, todos vamos a celebrar la independencia de la compañía de limpieza.
Our independence from the cleaning company.
Finalmente, compañeros, a nombre de todos mis compañeros de trabajo de la campaña de justicia por los limpiadores, de nuestras familias que hoy han venido a apoyarnos, sindicatos, de todas las organizaciones, agradecerles infinitamente por todo ese apoyo que nos han brindado.
All our co-workers, to the Soas Justice for Cleaners campaign, to our union, to the other unions and all other organizations that support us, we'd like to thank you very much for your support.
Porque solo unidos jamás seremos vencidos. Muchas gracias y hasta la victoria siempre, compañeros.
Before we finish, we want to thank everyone for coming along and to support us. And also we want to invite you to join some sandwich.